Welcome to Southern Orthopedic PrepZone WrapUp, driven by Carl Cannon.
Hey everybody, James Phillips here. This was a terrible night of high school football, and I'm joined by Brian Hale. Brian, we had two local teams to win tonight.
Did you go to a game or a funeral?
It felt like a funeral. It did. I was in Gardendale. It was awful, but we got to get through this. Like we got to do a show, right?
I guess. Do you need some type of antidepressant?
I do.
A lobotomy?
I need therapy after tonight.
Okay. Wow.
But
hi, everybody.
I may let you take over.
Okay.
No, we can't do that. No, we cannot do that. I'm taking over. I'm getting the reins back. You'll keep us out of the road.
Well, can you at least buck up a little bit?
I'll try. We're going to make it through it. Okay, let's talk about, we got a lot of games, and none of them had very good outcomes, okay? Let's start with the first one. Woodville. I have no idea where Woodville is. Summerton Christian traveled there.
Up towards Huntsville. In between Huntsville and
it's
Fort
close
Payne.
to the Tennessee line almost, right?
No, actually, it's southeast of Huntsville.
Okay, I stand corrected. Summerton Christian travels to Woodville.
Mm-hmm.
Takes it to overtime. Takes it to double overtime. And Woodville wins 34-32.
Summerton Christian is just, they're this
right
close.
There. They are right
I
there.
think it's too much time on the road.
Well, and that's, I think, and then they've got another long road trip this upcoming week too. But once they get it home, and I really think they've played well, but they've just kind of fallen short on the road, especially the last 2 weeks, losing by 2 points each of the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That was a win that they really needed there. Okay. Let's hit a highlight. Another overtime game. And Oakman pulls it out 27-24 over J.B. Pennington.
Yep, and that was the first of the two really big region tests that were left for them. We know that they just by a little bit lost to Winfield. But the two really big games that were left were going to be this one and the upcoming game with Susan Moore after their break.
Right.
So there's one big test left. If Oakman can get past this, I would say pretty much they're going to lock up the second place spot.
Yeah, I think so. If they can beat Susan Moore, they should.
Yeah.
I'm a little down from this game even. Like, I'm really happy that Oakman won. Let me say that. But I did pick J.B. Pennington, and now Jonathan Bentley is tied with me on the limb standings.
They weren't tested.
I
I mean, their teams that they had competed against were Oak Grove, Holly Pond, and Vinemont.
That's true. And you brought that up during the preview.
Stinkers.
Yeah, during the game time.
I mean, Oak Grove has only won one game in the past, 24?
Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's go to the next one. Hubbardsville at Meek. Hubbardsville 57, Meek 28.
Not surprising.
All right, let's go to the next one. Pickens County 34, Lynn 12.
That's a little bit more surprising. Actually, I saw it at one time. I want to say in the middle of the third quarter, it was somewhere around 20-6, which I thought that was pretty good showing for Lynn.
It was 18-6 at the end of the third quarter, and then Pickens County scored 16 points in the fourth quarter to kind of pull away. But I think that, all in all, I think that's a good game for Lynn.
Yeah,
Pickens County is a juggernaut.
Yeah. I mean, this is substantially better than, the first game of the season that we saw from Lynn. I think they're making steps.
Yeah, I think definitely so. And hopefully they're getting some people healthy. I think they've had injuries and COVID issues and several things going on at Lynn. Okay, here's another one. Road game at Alexandria. Alexandria beats Corner 38-14.
That's ouch time. Yeesh.
38-0 at the end of the third quarter.
Oh, my goodness.
But it is a tough place to play. Alexandria, known for that home field. Do you know what their mascot is?
No, I don't.
They're the Cubs.
Really?
I've been there.
Wow.
I went there one time. Carbon Hill in 1999 traveled there and broke a 43-game winning streak that Alexandria had at home. Carbon Hill beat them in the playoffs.
So is there any How do they do the emblem?
They're orange. They have like Halloween colors, but then they have a little bitty like kind of sissy looking cub. Really,
Okay.
I hate to say it that way for Cubs fans out there, but that's
They don't do like the Chicago Cubs cub like. It's different.
it's similar.
Okay.
It's similar.
Southern Orthopedic Prep Zone Wrap-Up, driven by Carl Cannon. Presented by Kilgore Green Funeral Home, Nelson, Bryan and Cross, Bank of Walker County, Jasper Main Street, Southern Orthopedic, and Carl Cannon.
Legion Field in Birmingham. Historic Legion Field. Iron Bowls. Alabama, Tennessee. Ramsey beats Cordova 47-0.
Yet again, this is what I pretty much figured.
I feel bad about this one too, though, because I said it was going to be close.
Ramsey's, to me, is just like a step behind Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, I mean, they're good. They're definitely a good team. And, Cordova's got, I think they have an off week coming up, and then they're going to play Oneonta. The Blue Devils should be able to get healthy against Oneonta.
Yeah. Hey, time for some good news, though.
Hey, that's right. Some very good news. Carbon Hill. Carbon Hill wins 32-8 over Holly Pond.
Absolutely awesome. Hey, moving in the right direction.
That's right. And we said, hey, if they've got to win this one.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. They came out and just really dominated. It was 12-8 at the end of the first quarter. And then Carbon Hill held them scoreless the rest of the game. And the Bulldogs pull off the 32-8 win. And hopefully they've righted the ship and headed, do we want them to head north, I guess? Head north.
As long as they're winning games.
Right. So 32-8. Okay, here's one. This was one that surprised me, the scores, and it's two local teams, and one of them had to win. Addison, 22, Winston County, 6. But it was a lot. I mean, it's really closer than what we expected it to be.
Yeah, it was. Now, I heard that Winston County scored that one touchdown on like a return.
Yeah, it was. It was a long return. It was Owens kid that is an outstanding player for Winston County. But 22-6, Addison keeps rolling. Okay, here's the game I was at this week.
Oh, boy.
Sorry. I just have to even compose myself.
Do you need a bag so you don't have to
No, I mean, we knew this was going to be a tough region. Gardendale wins 42-0 over Jasper. And Jasper's just, it's one of those things, like, you could make a television show out of it. How many bad things and bad breaks has happened for Jasper so far this season. But you got to give credit to the coaching staff and the kids. They continue to fight. They're working hard. And really, at this point, all you can do is just try to make yourself better.
Absolutely.
But tough game to walk the sidelines.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, here's another one. Game of the week. Dora Bulldogs.
This game should have just been named turnovers. Because
Right.
that's all it was about. Dora turns the ball over 4 times.
Yeah.
And that was the ultimate. They had more yards, 225 yards to 220. They led in virtually every single category except for rushing yards.
Right.
But being leading in one of those categories is the one that you don't want to lead in.
Right.
And that's what cost them the game. I honestly believe that if Dora had just one turnover in this game, they probably would have won it.
Right.
But unfortunately, the mistakes killed them. Penalties weren't too bad. They had a couple of penalties that were a little costly, but nothing that they couldn't recover from. But they just consistently shot themselves in the foot. Rushing-wise, they weren't really able to get anything going. Logan Fowler had a great night at quarterback, though.
That's good.
He was 12 of 20 for 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And a guy that hadn't been a high school quarterback ever.
Right, yeah. This is his first year.
It's a really spectacular game for that, but in the end, it was the mistakes that doomed them.
I don't think we mentioned the final, 31-17. It was close throughout the game, though, very close.
Yeah.
At halftime, it was 17-10. I think it was it? What was the closest they got in the second half?
Well, it was 17-17.
Okay, so they were tied.
Mm-hmm.
And then they scored 14 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to win the game. I think they scored late on one of those, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you talked about stats and which stats you want to be, leading in, which stats you don't want to be leading in. The stat that we really need to focus on leading in is the amount of points that we score in a game. And that's where we fell short tonight in Walker County. And I mean,
except for Oakman.
We're both from Walker County. We love this place.
Absolutely.
We want to see everybody succeed. That's the thing. That's why I'm a little down tonight, because it's hard. It's hard to take losses. But you know what? I'm still thankful we got football.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, in 1 week, we'll have real college football.
Oh, yeah.
Real college football.
I can't even watch the games they're on now.
I know. I can't watch games on Saturday. I can't watch games on Sunday.
I'm watching NFL.
I hate the NFL, though.
My Browns won Thursday night.
But why can't the NFL expand and put one in every state?
I mean, that'd be great. But
because they suck.
that's not going to happen.
College football can do it. Why can't the NFL? Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not the commissioner.
You could even just play the preseason games that you can't get your own fans to come to. You can do like the NBA does and put one.
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I do like that idea.
But the NFL's too stingy to do that.
I mean, what are you going to say? So, hey, but we're airing on Saturday morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I do have some good news.
What's that?
I have a wrestling show tomorrow night in Lupton, at Lupton School.
Awesome.
New Era Wrestling will be having our Boiling Point show, and it's going to be really good. We've got a triple threat match for our Open Championship. Bubba Cagle, who's a local guy, he's now the mayor.
He's the mayor of Parrish. And we got a fighting mayor.
That's right.
Like Kane.
Right, yeah, just like Kane.
Yeah.
Well, Bubba's going to be defending his title against two other local guys. Dawson Kimbrell from Jasper, he's a Carbon Hill graduate, and then Cody Wyndham from Oakman.
I know. I saw Cody a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. He was up there in the press box with us.
Was he talking bad about me?
No,
Okay, that's good.
Now, he did say that Bubba's not tough enough because, unlike another mayor, he doesn't know how to do an Inferno match.
Oh, yeah. That's a shot at Bubba. Well, we'll see. We'll see who wins tomorrow night. Should be a really good match, and Action Mike Jackson will be there.
There's still a lot of mystery and legend of Mike walking across those ropes and pressing
Right.
big backstage crowds of wrestlers.
Right, yeah.
He's a legend.
He is a legend. Well, anything else you can think of?
Nope. We're going to have to be doing some deciding on players of the week.
That's true, yeah. I would think that we need to look really hard and close at Oakman for coming through that win, and then also at Carbon Hill for picking up a win.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think those are going to be two teams to watch, and that's all I can think of. I'm just a little down tonight.
Well, I'm sorry, man.
Maybe,
I'm really sorry.
Maybe our producer Jeffrey Winborn can find us a little sad music to take us out. What do you think?
Bittersweet Symphony.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good one. Maybe if we may not have the rights to it though.
Maybe you can get an instrumental version of it.
Yeah, that could work.
Well, most of it is instrumental anyway, so.
Yeah, maybe like Send in the Clowns from the Joker movie. That's a good one, and it's really depressing.
Okay.
I like it. Okay, hey, I guess if we're around next week, you'll see us next week for our Game Time show, and that's about it. All right, good night, good day.